Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. There's Porter over here on Columbus Ave doing this video because someone asked me a question, and I figured they didn't know. Some other people don't know. They asked me, what are those blue lights along Columbus Ave? So what those blue lights are, they're police call boxes. This particular one has a camera on top. A lot of these are manned by Northeastern University. If you look real close, there's a sign that says AED on it. Now, there's supposed to be an automatic external defibrillator inside of the box there. In the event, you need to use it, always call for help first and then go use the AED and follow the instructions on the AED. It'll be helpful to learn how to use one before you ever had to use one, but they have this, I'm not going to go through all that, but they have specific places where you're supposed to put the patches at. So if you never used the AED or never seen it used, you should try to learn how to use it now before it's time you have to use it. So these blue lights that we see on Columbus Ave, I'll show you what they are. They're pretty much, when you ride down the street, you see a set of blue lights on the left-hand side, sometimes on the right. I take a walk down there and give you an idea what people see when they're driving. So a person in the city of Boston that, I don't know how long they lived in Boston. Well, maybe they lived in Boston all their life, but they've never been on this side of Columbus Ave in quite a while. Happened to ask me a question about what's all those lights, blue lights on the side of the buildings. And typically, the color blue means police, but that's not always true. But in this case, it does mean police. So, take a quick walk down and show you what one of the call boxes look like. I don't know if you can see all those call boxes as you look down the road. You see them all lit up down the road there. It's like 3, 4 right there. I'll take a walk down so you can see them all. Now these call boxes are pretty much like a doorbell system. You push the button, a person picks up on the other end. They pretty much know your location based on where you activated the call button. They may ask you the emergency location, what the emergency is, and you just give them the details. So, the security guard sitting at the desk early in the morning. So this is what they look like. It's a blue light. You have a button. It says push for help. You have like a card access reader at the bottom. That's probably to activate the door over there. So if you want to activate the door, that'd be that. I guess she's a morning security guard. She doesn't see me, but I see her. She's awake though. That's the most important thing. I see some security guards they're like sleeping on the overnight shift. And the overnight shift is probably one of the hardest shifts to work if you're not used to it. It basically says that, just so you know, code blue is a symbol for medical for cardiac arrest, Usually when you hear code blue in the hospital, that means cardiac arrest. Code green is like a non-medical emergency, and like non-serious medical emergency, I should say. And somebody's asking me what that dome is over there. Just so you know, that dome is just allowing Northeastern students to play outdoor sports all year round. So it's all it is, an enclosure over I believe it's artificial turf, so they can play the sports all year round. I might do a quick glimpse inside so you can see what it looks like inside. It's just artificial turf. They got like soccer nets up there and stuff like that. Well, I'll give you a quick shot at that too. Why not? Can't hurt since I'm over here. Here's another call box. They go down the whole stretch. I probably record a couple of them so you get an idea like where they're located at, and you know, and it's something good that Northeastern puts out, because in the event that you need help, you have it at your disposal. So that way you know what these things are for. Now you will see these blue lights in like parks, like local parks. Like I've seen a few in a few parks throughout the city of Boston. They have call boxes inside the actual parks itself. So to give you a quick glimpse, I don't know if you can see inside from here, but we'll try. All it is inside is what's on the outside, but enclosed. So I'm kind of zoom into that little spot right there so you can kind of tell. So it's artificial turf. And if you're playing sports outside, let me see if I can give you a better angle this way. Here you go. So that's what they do inside there. They just play soccer. Some people play, I don't know if they play volleyball in there. They might play volleyball in there too, but mostly soccer and some other outdoor sports they might play in there. So that's what that is. This keeps the climate a little more controllable. So these blue lights that you see on Columbus Ave, and there's other parts of the city you will see them too. For the most part, that's what they are. Those are the Northeastern University call boxes for the call to police. And I'm pretty sure that these particular ones go to Northeastern University. They don't go to Boston Police. There's one over here too. This one has the AED as well. You guys can see that. Get a little closer. I don't know. Yeah, the other thing is, I don't know how they I hear water coming out of that thing, so I'm not sure if that thing fill the air or water. That's kind of weird. You can hear water dripping. Could be air though. Maybe it's air. I can't imagine water coming out of that. So here's you have the camera, the blue light. It's supposed to be a flashing light right there when it's activated. The second light's supposed to activate once you push the button. I'm not gonna push the button. Sometimes in the city of Boston, I will push them just to make sure they work. Today I'm not gonna do that because I'm almost sure that these ones do work. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm more sure than not sure. But sometimes in the city of Boston, I'll push one and do a test on it and see if it actually works. And I found quite a few of them actually don't work, which is not good. And the other question is, does the city of Boston have a program that tests those call boxes? Northeastern probably does. Like I think Northeastern, they're pretty. You know, I don't know a lot about Northeastern, but I have checked out what they do. And just so you know, their police station is right here too. Northeastern University police station is like right in front of me. Everybody has pros and cons, but you want more pros than cons, you know. That's what you want to try to do. You know, you're always going to find a flaw somewhere, but you just want to find the least amount of flaws. This is Northeastern University, 716. That's their that's where their police station is. I don't know if that's open. May not be open because it's so well, I guess it is open. I might go in there. I don't know. I might ask. No, who knows? I might ask a quick question. Do they test them? But a lot of officers don't know that, though. So they have to talk to somebody upper management. Well, I should say upper management. You know, the call box. Now, typically, you know, this. And then you go further down, there's more down there. As you go all the way down, there's quite a few of them. So that's what you have, you know. As you know, all this property over here is all Northeastern University. So they pretty much got this whole stretch up here. That's Carter's Park. So I don't know if they own that park or is that a public park? I'm not sure how that's set up. I thought that was a public park, but ew. I don't know how that works. Maybe Northeastern took some ownership of it. Yeah, that's something worth looking into too, because it can't be both. It's either it's public or it's not public. So to answer that question, what those blue lights are on the side of the buildings, they are police call boxes, or we call them emergency call boxes. But most likely, a police officer is going to be at the other end, and he's going to direct your call to either fire, EMS, or police. And they're usually the person who calls the other person or departments. There's another one on the building over there. You see them all around. Like, it's no secret. They're highly visible. And I figure, well, if somebody's asking me that question, they don't know. And some people will know, some people won't know. So now you've got some more clarification of what they are if you have seen her. Now this, I'm not sure if that's a call box over there. I don't think that's a call box. We'll investigate that, because let's take a look at that over there. I'm not too sure what that is. It could be an old call box. There's a call box there in the building too. They're pretty much all around the buildings. Let's take a look at this and see what this is. I think this might have been an older call box that's not in service anymore. But it doesn't look like it's supposed to look that way. Well, it's not in service. Okay. So it may have worked at one point. They got it wrapped up, so it's not in service now. Maybe it will be in service. Look like it got. I guess they're protecting it. It's not quite in service yet, but soon will be in service, we'll call it, when they put the new building in operation. Alright guys, I figure I'd show you what these call boxes are. Pretty much what they're used for. They ask you not to use this for like general information. Like if you're lost, they don't want you just pushing this to say, like, how do I get to X, Y, and Z? I mean, they want you to have a legit emergency. They don't want to get bogged up with a whole lot of calls for someone saying they're lost and they can't find their way home type thing. They do have like a non-emergency number for that, or probably go walk inside the station and ask questions. All right, guys, I'm not going to walk all the way down the street, but that's what you have. Just want to give you a little footage. Now, typically, Northeastern puts them on their buildings or buildings that they provide security to. Same thing here. There used to be a guy Well, I'm not gonna say it. Well, there used to be a guy that used to go around testing those things just to make sure they worked every morning. Um, Matter of fact, that was his assignment. I don't know if they still do that or not. Every morning, a guy would just check on to make sure they all worked. I don't know if they still do that, but we're talking some years ago. All right, guys, I'm gonna head up out here. Catch you guys on the next one. One more look at the call box, so that way you kind of know what they look like. It says push for help. All right, guys, catch you on the next one.